Let's face it, the business world is changing faster than ever. Technology is disrupting everything. I'm all about embracing new tools. So when the opportunity arose to let an AI run my six-figure business for a week, I dove in headfirst. Was it crazy? Maybe. Was it a roller coaster of emotions? Absolutely. I'm talking about handing over the reins, the decision-making power to an artificial intelligence. My team and I had built this business from the ground up. We'd poured our hearts and souls into it. Now I was entrusting it to lines of code and algorithms. Talk about a leap of faith. The day I hit go and gave the AI control, a wave of doubt washed over me. What had I done? Was this a huge mistake? Only time would tell. One thing was for sure, this was going to be one wild ride. We're talking about serious AI here, not just some scheduling assistant. This AI, which I decided to call Claude, was hooked into every aspect of my business. We're talking email marketing, social media, customer service, even financial analysis. Claude could access it all. The scope of Claude's control was both exhilarating and terrifying. Imagine giving an AI access to your bank accounts, your marketing campaigns, your customer data. It felt like handing over the keys to my kingdom. But that was the whole point, right? To see what this AI could really do. Claude's interface was surprisingly user-friendly. I could set specific goals and parameters like increasing website traffic or improving customer engagement. Then, Claude would analyze the data and start making decisions based on its algorithms. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. But Claude was so much more than just a tool for efficiency. It was like having a super intelligent partner who could think several steps ahead. For instance, Claude could predict market trends by analyzing vast amounts of data in real time. It could identify potential opportunities and threats that even my most experienced team members might miss. This predictive capability was a game changer. Claude also excelled in optimizing our supply chain. By analyzing patterns and predicting demand, it could suggest the most efficient ways to allocate resources. This not only saved us money but also reduced waste, making our operations more sustainable. The AI's ability to integrate seamlessly with different departments was another highlight. Whether it was coordinating between marketing and sales, or ensuring customer service had the latest product updates, Claude made sure everyone was on the same page. This level of coordination was something we had always struggled with, and seeing it happen so effortlessly was nothing short of miraculous. One of the most impressive aspects was how Claude handled customer interactions. It could analyze customer feedback in real time, providing insights that helped us improve our products and services. The AI could even personalize marketing campaigns based on individual customer preferences, making our outreach more effective than ever before. Of course, there were moments of doubt. What if the AI made a mistake? What if it misinterpreted the data? These were valid concerns, but the more I saw Claude in action, the more my confidence grew. The AI's decision-making process was transparent, allowing us to understand the rationale behind each recommendation. The emotional roller coaster was real. There were moments of sheer excitement when Claude's predictions came true, and moments of anxiety when we had to trust the AI's judgment over our own instincts. But that's the nature of innovation, isn't it? Pushing boundaries and stepping out of our comfort zones. By the end of the week, it was clear that Claude had not only met but exceeded our expectations. The AI had proven to be an invaluable asset, capable of handling complex tasks with ease and precision. It was like having a supercharged version of myself, tirelessly working around the clock to drive the business forward. Handing over the keys to my kingdom was a leap of faith, but it was a leap worth taking. Claude had shown us the future of business management, and it was a future we were excited to embrace. As I sat back and reflected on the week, I realized that this experiment was more than just a test of technology. It was a glimpse into a new way of thinking, a new way of operating. And in that moment, I knew that the future of our business was in good hands, to see what this AI could really do. Claude's interface was surprisingly user-friendly. I could set specific goals and parameters like increasing website traffic or improving customer engagement. Then Claude would analyze the data and start making decisions based on its algorithms. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. Claude's interface was surprisingly user-friendly. I could set specific goals and parameters like increasing website traffic or improving customer engagement. Then Claude would analyze the data and start making decisions based on its algorithms. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. I could set specific goals and parameters like increasing website traffic or improving customer engagement. Then Claude would analyze the data and start making decisions based on its algorithms. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. Then, Claude would analyze the data and start making decisions based on its algorithms. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. It was fascinating to watch in action, even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. Even if it did feel a little like I was watching a self-driving car take the wheel for the first time. The first few days were a blur of activity as Claude got to work. It was like watching a whirlwind of efficiency and precision. Claude dove into the data with an intensity that was both impressive and a little intimidating. Every piece of information was scrutinized, every pattern meticulously identified. It was clear that Claude had a plan and it was executing it with a level of detail that left no stone unturned. It was analyzing data, identifying patterns, and making decisions at a pace I could barely keep up with. The sheer volume of data being processed was staggering. Claude's ability to sift through it all and extract meaningful insights was nothing short of remarkable. It was like watching a master craftsman at work, each decision carefully calculated and executed with precision. One minute it was optimizing email subject lines for higher open rates, tweaking every word and phrase to perfection. The next, it was diving into the analytics to see which campaigns were performing best and why. Claude's approach was methodical and relentless, always looking for ways to improve and optimize. The next, it was reallocating marketing spend across different social media platforms. Claude didn't just follow the trends, it set them. By analyzing the performance data, it could determine which platforms were delivering the best return on investment and adjust the budget accordingly. It was a dynamic process, constantly evolving based on the latest data. Claude wasn't afraid to make bold moves. It took risks that most of us would hesitate to consider. But these weren't reckless gambles. They were calculated decisions based on solid data. Claude's confidence was contagious, and it inspired the rest of the team to step up and embrace a more data-driven approach. It completely revamped our email marketing strategy, ditching our old templates for something more data-driven and personalized. The new templates were sleek, modern, and tailored to our audience's preferences. The results were immediate and impressive, with open rates and engagement levels soaring. It was a clear demonstration of the power of data-driven decision-making. It even paused our Google Ads campaign, claiming it wasn't delivering a good enough ROI. This was a bold move, considering how much we had invested in those ads. But Claude's analysis was thorough, and the data didn't lie. It was a tough pill to swallow, but, ultimately, it was the right decision. I'll admit, I had my doubts about that one. It was hard to let go of something we had relied on for so long, but Claude's confidence and the data it presented were convincing. It was a lesson in trusting the process and being willing to make tough decisions for the greater good. It was fascinating to see how Claude approached decision-making. Every move was backed by data, every strategy meticulously planned. There was no room for guesswork or intuition. It was a new way of thinking for many of us, but it was hard to argue with the results. It was all about data, efficiency, and optimization. Claude's approach was systematic and relentless. It was constantly looking for ways to streamline processes and eliminate inefficiencies. The impact on our operations was profound, with productivity levels reaching new heights. There was no room for emotion or gut feeling, which, to be honest, was a bit unsettling at times. We were used to relying on our instincts and experience, but Claude's data-driven approach left little room for that. It was a stark reminder of the power of data and the importance of staying objective. But hey, that's what this experiment was all about, pushing boundaries and seeing what happens. It was an opportunity to challenge our assumptions and explore new ways of doing things, and while it wasn't always comfortable, it was undeniably effective. Claude's impact was transformative, and it left us all with a new appreciation for the power of data-driven decision-making. By day 3, things took a turn for the interesting. Claude, in its infinite AI wisdom, suggested some staffing adjustments. In other words, it wanted to fire people. My team. The people who had been with me through thick and thin. I stared at the screen in disbelief. Claude's logic was cold and calculated. It had identified certain roles that it deemed redundant or inefficient. It even suggested replacing some team members with automated systems. I knew AI was supposed to be objective, but this felt ruthless. This was a major turning point for me. It forced me to confront some uncomfortable questions. Was I so married to the human touch that I was ignoring potential efficiencies? Was Claude right? Could we actually achieve better results with a leaner, more automated team? These were questions I wasn't sure I wanted answers to. Section 5. A turning point. Claude cracks the code. Just when I was about to hit the panic button and pull the plug on the whole experiment, something amazing happened. Claude, seemingly out of nowhere, cracked the code on a problem that had been plaguing our business for months. We had been struggling to convert website visitors into paying customers. We'd tried everything, A/B testing, new landing pages, you name it. Nothing seemed to move the needle. Then Claude stepped in. Claude identified a subtle but critical issue with our website's checkout process. It was a small technical glitch that was causing frustration and leading to abandoned carts. We fixed the issue, and almost overnight our conversion rates skyrocketed. It was like magic, only it wasn't magic, it was the power of AI. Section 6. Unexpected results, surprises and setbacks. The rest of the week was a whirlwind of ups and downs. It felt like we were on a roller coaster, with each day bringing new challenges and unexpected outcomes. The highs were exhilarating, but the lows were equally intense, testing our resilience and adaptability. Claude continued to surprise me with its insights and ability to optimize even the smallest details of our business. It was like having a super intelligent assistant that could see patterns and opportunities we would have otherwise missed. The precision with which Claude operated was nothing short of impressive. Our website traffic hit an all-time high. The analytics showed a significant increase in visitors, and the engagement metrics were through the roof. It was clear that Claude's optimization strategies were paying off, driving more potential customers to our site than ever before. Our social media engagement went through the roof. Posts were getting more likes, shares, and comments, creating a buzz around our brand. The increased interaction was a testament to Claude's ability to craft compelling content and target the right audience. We even landed a major new client, all thanks to Claude's strategic outreach. This new partnership opened doors to more opportunities and collaborations, setting the stage for future growth. It was a significant milestone for our team, and the excitement was palpable. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were setbacks too. Despite the many successes, we faced challenges that reminded us of the unpredictable nature of business. These obstacles tested our problem-solving skills and forced us to rethink our strategies. Some of Claude's decisions backfired. What seemed like a promising strategy sometimes led to unexpected consequences. It was a stark reminder that even the most advanced AI can make mistakes, and those mistakes can have real-world implications. A couple of marketing campaigns fell flat. Despite the data-driven approach, the campaigns didn't resonate with our audience as we had hoped. It was a humbling experience, showing us that not every AI-generated idea would be a hit. We even lost a few longtime customers who weren't thrilled with the new, more automated approach to customer service. The shift towards automation, while efficient, lacked the personal touch that some of our customers valued. It was a tough lesson in balancing technology with human interaction. It was a valuable reminder that even the most advanced AI is not infallible. It can make mistakes. It can misinterpret data. These errors highlighted the importance of human oversight and the need to continually monitor and adjust our strategies. It can even alienate customers if you're not careful. The key is to ensure that while we leverage AI for efficiency and growth, we don't lose sight of the human element that is crucial for customer satisfaction and loyalty. The key, I realized, is to find the right balance between human oversight and AI-driven automation. By combining the strengths of both, we can create a more resilient and adaptable business strategy that can navigate the surprises and setbacks of the ever-changing business landscape. Section 7. The Human Touch. Why I'm not obsolete yet. By the end of the week, I was exhausted, exhilarated, and more than a little humbled. Claude had proven that AI has the potential to revolutionize the way we do business, but it had also taught me that the human touch is still essential. No matter how intelligent AI becomes, it can't replicate the empathy, creativity, and intuition that humans bring to the table. It can't build relationships, tell stories, or inspire others in the same way that we can, at least not yet. I realized that the future of business is not about humans versus AI, it's about humans and AI working together, each leveraging their unique strengths to achieve common goals. It's about finding the right balance between automation and the human touch. Section 8. Lessons learned. AI and the future of business. This experiment was a crash course in the power and limitations of AI. It taught me that AI is not a magic bullet, but it is a powerful tool that can help us work smarter, not harder. I learned that AI is incredibly effective at analyzing data, identifying patterns, and optimizing processes. It can automate repetitive tasks, freeing up humans to focus on more strategic and creative work. It can even help us make better decisions as long as we're careful about the data we feed it and the goals we set for it. But I also learned that AI is not a replacement for human judgment, creativity, or empathy. It's essential to have humans in the loop, providing oversight, making ethical decisions, and ensuring that AI is used in a way that benefits both businesses and society as a whole. Section 9. My advice. Dive in, but don't let go of the wheel. If you're thinking about experimenting with AI in your business, my advice is simple. Do it. Don't be afraid to dive in and see what it can do. You might be surprised by the results. But don't let go of the wheel entirely. Remember that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. It's up to us, the humans, to ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically. The future of business is here, and it's powered by both human ingenuity and artificial intelligence. Embrace the change, stay curious, and never stop experimenting. You never know what amazing things you might achieve.